Hey guys, Skippy Doodah here with my CoC Lacerate build. I'm redoing the build guide for this because I got feedback from some community members and basically saying that they want to see more gameplay up front.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Shorter video, so on the experience of learning how to do this stuff, I am redoing the video. Anyhow, this is a shadow. Absolutely unbelievably god tier on the outside. Defensively, we are definitely making some progress out there, and this is definitely top for probably only good. Yeah, just kind of about the build real quick. We use Lacerate as our main attack. That's it. I think this is kind of like anything over ground plan with the attack. It is both fantastic against single targets as well as with attack enemy because the last rate, the shield gen scales with AoE, that it just does so much damage in such a big area, and the fact that these waves, whatever you want to call them, that are sent out can hit multiple enemy, or can hit an enemy multiple times. He basically gets the effect of shotgunning, of course, with those blades and those casting. Makes it incredibly strong for both attack and yeah. One of the weaknesses of the build is the fact that we have no definitely bummer, and assassin, or Scion hadn't gotten nerfed so hard, I probably would have gone with this build, the life feed. That's not really a thing, and I feel like the mechanics behind it, we can get the same amount of use basically on gear. I just don't use it over.
This way, X.
There you go. So anyhow, quickly to go over the build, I use Lacerate with multi-strike support, cast on crits, increased AoE that affects both our Lacerate and our spells, Glacial Cascade and Bladefall. Since we're scaling all physical damage, these, in my opinion, are the two best. I tried Ethereal Knives, and it's okay. It just doesn't have the range, as well as Blade Vortex is great, but again, I don't want to be up close to anything if I can help it. So Glacial Cascade, a little bit of cold damage ain't a big thing. The key item to this build is a Vaughan Dagger with as high of a crit strike chance and as high of attack speed as you can get. Not dagger, I'm sorry, one-handed sword, a foil. This sword cost me, I think, like a chaos to buy, and then I regaled it and rolled the attack speed on it. You could probably get a better one for a little bit more money. Good rare helmet with life and resist. A good evasion shield with life and resist. Good rare boots with life and resist and movement speed. The movement speed is not super important since we're whirling blades all the way, but it's definitely nice to have there to move around and to dodge things. We go with the Malagaro's Virtuosity. This is the only other unique that we use. Again, this isn't core. I just love it for the crit strike chance and crit strike multiplier and the attack speed. We want lots of attack speed. Good rare belt, rustic sash for sure, with some strength, because we are very strength deprived on the tree, and our ancestral protector friend here is very hungry on strength, and I can't even get him up past level 18 without re-gearing out some things. Amulet, again, crit strike chance, life, resist, strength for sure. Same with here, life and resist, attack speed, you got it. All in all, with gear-wise, I spent, minus the Carcass Jack, I spent, I want to say a grand total of 20 chaos. More than that, 20 chaos. The Carcass Jack is the most expensive. This can easily be done with a Tabula Rasa. You just lose a little bit of the AoE, a little bit of the damage, and definitely some life. It can absolutely be done with a Tabula Rasa. Flask is just a life flask. I haven't decided yet what I want to roll on this. Probably just like a quick recovery when I'm low, like 100% recovery on low life, because sometimes something will chunk you for a lot of damage. you want to pop that fast. But I also like the regen over time because we are ball packed, and desecrated ground maps can just drain us. So to have that constant regen from a flask is really nice. Series Promise, max rolls if you can with both physical and elemental, since we do cold and physical damage. This Taste of Hate, I just got this drop for me the other day, so I decided to throw it in here. Before I was just running like another life flask. It's good. It helps with our mitigation. This isn't core. It's just a nice perk to have. I honestly did not notice a huge difference in DPS having this because we do a ton of damage already. And this is the other mandatory flask, the Silver Flask, for the attack speed and the bleed removal. So all in all, that's the mechanics of the build. Quick look at the passive tree. We go the Shadow Assassin, picking up Deadly Infusion first, then Noxus Strike, I believe is how you pronounce that. And then eventually we'll get Toxic Delivery when we decide to do Uber Lab. These ones right here are just nice to have, but they're not crucial. The crucial ones are this right here, are our power charges for both the crit strike chance and spell for both our attacks, our multiplier for our spells, and the chance for our spells, as well as for our attacks, getting that crit strike chance. We come out of here, physical damage, life, pretty all self-explanatory. We pick up these aura notes here, so we can run haste, Herald of Thunder, and Herald of Ice. I like haste because I want to attack as fast as possible, because the mechanics of this, once I click, that's one click, I have to finish that animation before I can move. So I want to get through that animation as quickly as possible. You could potentially argue that Hatred would add more damage, but I think it slows me down, and I think we get more damage from just constantly like firing off stuff. Anyhow, quickly to go this Vol Pack for sure. This will be at level 90. I'll hit this to get an extra 6% life to get us over 5,000. Jewel sockets are absolute musts for this build. I think I have like 6 or 7 of them. This is my pride and joy jewel right here. This would be, I would say, that's not it. One of these. Anyhow, one of my jewels is just like absolutely, so I think it's this one right here. Yeah, so this would be a perfect jewel roll. Attack speed, crit strike chance, crit strike multi, and life. Awesome. If I could mirror this 1,000 times, it'd be great. But prioritize attack speed, critical strike chance, and life. Crit multi is great, but not important. We get acrobatics and phase acro for the dodge, since we are evasion based. Life, we get a little bit of mana leech. Physical damage leeches mana here to sustain our lacerate. But yeah, so that's basically our tree as of now. You could argue going into here to get more spell crits. Yeah, picking up life wherever you can, because we don't really hit any of the big life nodes like discipline, training, and constitution. So we got to get it on jewels and these less than desirable, but they're fine. So we'll just grab them to get over 5k health. Yeah, so we use summon flame golem because our summon lightning golem, and we really don't need. We are almost capped on critical strike with max life charges.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
We are at 88 when we get 20 quality on a cap on crit. That'll give us some more strike chance, and we could swap out a couple jewels, and that'll be beneficial to it. You could argue swapping out the evasion shield for a energy shield. It adds like a critical spell, which did more damage, or actually 5 more damage. And then life movement, they're pretty cheap. So you probably get a really nice rolled one for custom things like that. But I just prefer the evasion for a little bit of reliability, because we're not going to do it all. Yeah, I mean, there's most of the time, I mean, I'm not even like any good top foundation, and moving around the map, foundation, skill sets like that, but you could pretty much keep it up constantly on these open maps. If you really want to go balls to the wall, you drop in totem, and he gives you an insane amount of attack speed. Just as an example, like, so we have 4.2 normally. With our target class, we pop this guy down up to 5. Silver class 6.8, Val Haste 6.5. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. And you can also affect the explodes, so you're getting around the map. Yeah, overall, the build, I think it's super strong. I think it's by far the strongest cast on crit
Low on mana.
Equal damage build there is. Again, the only struggles are the initial
The sea which whispers sweet nothing and calms the hearts of unlikely hours.
Had to drop your ancestral and go count. And then this deflect is not a big issue, especially now that I can take the 8. The only time it's ever a little sketch is if you are going up against great. Very simple out with deflect on it. It could be a little sketchy, if you back out for a second, let your little call move on reset and go back to the but overall, I mean, you can really do a lot with this build. It could definitely be improved. There's a lot of stuff in them. So yeah, buddy. But you can do, like, even with a single target, you're still critting and casting a lot. So, the last thing about the build is, right here I have Herald of Ice linked with Ice Bite and Culling Strike to get my Frenzy charges. If I could somehow manage to get the mana up higher, I would try to throw in Innervate here so that I could get Onslaught for free as I'm mapping, just to kind of quality of life, not have to use my Silver Flask as much. Casting damage taken, Mortal Call, Warlord's Mark, super important for our Leech when we need it. If we get hit by something, or Fizz Reflect, it'll cast it on there, and then I'll give you enough Leech to boost it up. Our boots right now are, unfortunately, don't have the exact enchantment. I would like to get the 0.5 or 0.6 life and mana Leech if you've killed recently. That would just, I mean, that would solve any problems we have sustaining health while normal mapping. Here, Hail the Thunder, Val Haste, Ancestral Protector. Oh, Val Reeve, I didn't show this off really, but this is in here just experimental. I have it cast in big groups of enemies that with a cast on crit and Shock Nova. I don't know. It's not really worth it. Don't even worry about this. These are 3 sockets. You can do whatever you want. You could put in like a Val Grace, Val Haste, and increased duration if you wanted to. Kind of play around with it. Blood Magic on our Whirling Blades, faster attacks. And yeah, so we also have a weapon swap here. We have Double Strike for bosses such as a Theory, or Theory runs. It's really the only time I ever use it is on a Theory, just so I can focus the bosses in the fight, and also in the split phase I can hit exactly the one I want, opposite of the mirror. And then Conk Effect here for those bosses. I never swap in Conk Effect while mapping. I don't need the damage increase from it. I have ridiculous damage already. That was also with vulnerability on us on that map, so you can see like Fizz Reflect was not really much of an issue even with vulnerability. And lastly but not least, Bleed is definitely a problem with vulnerability though, since we are a Val Pack, it trains staff. I feel like I'm rushing here, but last but not least, have fun with the build. I'm open to suggestions for ways to improve it. But yeah, anyhow, hope you enjoy it.